Guess I won't be making my famous burgers.
Text everyone to cancel. The Rivera say it's not even raining at their house.
Aren't they like 2 blocks away? It is coming down out here.
It really is.
That was cheese.
Yes, it was.
Keep walking, Marge.
I bet this is a microstorm.
What's a microstorm?
I don't actually know.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Boerne be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's Pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota Boerne.
Football is a game of numbers. Tonight's numbers here at Boerne ISD Stadium, 100, as in they're celebrating 100 years of Boerne Greyhounds football. 1, as in the home opener for these Greyhounds here in 2024. And 2, as in our second broadcast here on the GVTC TV Thursday night kickoff on Channel 16. We welcome you to Boerne ISD. Beautiful night for football. Alongside Kerry Barbosa from the Boerne Sports Star, I'm Hector Ledesma. Welcome you to another night of, as mentioned, GVTC, the Thursday night kickoff. Kerry, should be a lot of fun tonight between a Boerne squad looking for its first win, coming off a tough loss to a very good Piper squad last weekend, and a Laredo United squad that went 3 rounds deep in the playoffs last year and returned several starters from that squad.
Yeah, I'm expecting a great matchup. Talking to Coach Hendricks before the game during the week, he said that this is the first time since Boerne has gone up to 5A that they've ever played a 6A team. So kind of a little history tonight. As you mentioned, they celebrated 100 years of football. There was, I know some of the guys, one was class of 63, class of 55, just all different decades. That was really neat to see. Probably about 50 former players out there. But, yeah, so this is the first meeting between, I think, a Boerne school and Laredo, and also first time a Boerne team has ever played a 6A squad. So a lot of history tonight.
Should be a lot of fun, especially considering the Longhorns, as mentioned, going off a 3-run deep journey in the 2023 football playoffs. You see the coin toss at midfield among the captains for the Greyhounds, number 75, big offensive lineman senior Quinn Young, as it appears the Longhorns have won the toss but have deferred. So the Greyhounds will get the ball first to start tonight's action. They'll be going from right to left on your screen as they look to get on the winning side of things. Boerne, a team that itself is just 2 years removed from a state title run. Playoff season a year ago as well. This season, several guys back, and a starting quarterback, just a sophomore. Familiar last name, but new to the position, Hank Hendricks, Suns head coach. He wears number 3, and though he's new, you could say in a sense, Kerry, newish, if you will, because the great thing about this Greyhound program is they don't rebuild, they reload. Case in point, the quarterback who led them to state 2 years ago is still on the roster, but he's not the quarterback anymore, and that's credit to Hank Hendricks and really how full this cupboard is here at Boerne.
Yeah, Jackson Bays is the quarterback that was a starting quarterback in the 2022 state championship game down in Jerry World, and Hank Hendricks, as a freshman, Bays got hurt last year early in the season. They brought up Hank as a freshman. The plan was to keep him on the freshman team, but because of injuries, they brought him up. He played a little towards the end, and now they feel like he's ready to take that starting job and ready to lead the team.
And so we're set for the kickoff, the Greyhounds, because of the coin toss set to receive, and we are off and running with the second weekend of the high school football season. It's a kick that goes through the end zone. Brooks Pettis content to see it roll through the back. And so with that, the Greyhounds will start 1st and 10 at their own 25. And a first look at Hank Hendricks, who is coming off a performance that saw him go 16 of 25 last weekend in that 38-36 loss to Piper. 276 yards through the air, threw for 2 touchdowns, had a pick, and then on the ground, 4 rushes, 4 yards. A young man who did most of his damage through the air and playing well against a good Warrior program that, again, is coming off a good playoff season and looking for big things again in 2024. Hendricks shotgun formation to start. Twins to his left. Hands on the first play from scrimmage. About 2 yards. Brings up second, and we'll call it 8 for now.
At that time, just a straight handoff up the middle. Looks like to Adam Hicks.
Hicks.
Yeah, he had 2 touchdowns last week. Hicks did. And you mentioned on the kickoff, Brooks Perez. There's a lot of Perez boys on this team. Some are brothers, some are cousins. Ivan Perez is a running back. We'll see a few other guys last name Perez.
On 2nd and 8, another give. Again, it's Adam Hicks. Right side, makes a move. Must have stepped on the out-of-bounds line, though, before he tried to cut back in. Whistle's blowing.
Question is, where did he cut back? It looks like they're going to mark him a couple yards short. He cut back like he said, but I guess he had not crossed the first down marker as we look at the replay there.
Boerne lining up at the line. They do pause for some substitutions. Ball spotted at the 33-yard line. That's where they've got 3rd and 2. Adam Hicks, first 2 carries of this game, 19 carries a week ago, 52 yards for the senior running back. And direct snap to Hicks.
Wildcat.
And a first down.
Hank Hendricks, he comes out. They kind of were having trouble getting the right personnel package in there. They get it. And Hicks is basically the Wildcat quarterback, just straight ahead run, gets that first down.
This Greyhound offense with Igai Nicholas at receiver. Mentioned Brooks Pettis, Ben Bays playing the slot. There's Hendricks. That ball's loose. Pettis had it, then lost it. Able to pounce back on it. Greyhounds retain possession.
Yeah, and he got a good gain on it. He gets about 7 or 8, and very fortunate the ball when it got popped loose, just kind of fell right in front of him. He was able to just kind of land on it and save the possession.
Matthew Garrison also in the slot. He's a senior receiver. We talked about Hicks and Hank Hendricks already. Offensive line is Hudson McNew, Logan Frichter, Kevin Fisher, Winter Wiebolt, and the big guy headed to TCU. Screen pass here again. It's Hicks coming around to our side. Met by several Longhorn defenders. He drags them past the 45, near the 40, as the Greyhounds get into Laredo territory.
2 passes in a row. This time Hicks comes left side with the pass and makes a couple nice moves, drags some players like you said, moves the chains, and now they're in Longhorn territory.
Talked about the young man headed to TCU. That would be the big 6'6" offensive lineman, Logan Tram. He wears number 65. Another pass to the sideline. This one complete. First catch for Eli Nicholas. 2nd down, and we'll call it 5, following the gain of 5.
Yeah, and Tram's in there. You mentioned him as the guard, left side, and they'll run a lot behind him. Like you said, 6'6" frame. Probably about 310. I'm not sure if that's before or after lunch, but he's right around there.
Yeah, Hudson McNew is a big kid too, but dwarfed by Schramm. That's how big he is. Across the middle, open. Across the 25 into the 20, and another big gainer, Brooks Pettis, coming across kind of a wheel route, gets inside the 20, and the Greyhounds knocking on the door inside the red zone for the first time tonight on their first possession.
Yeah, Perez, a lot of space. The defender's way back on him, makes a cut, turns it upfield. Makes a nice move, gets a first down, and in the red zone. And Perez had a touchdown last week. He had, I believe, the first touchdown of the – well, I was going to say of the game, but I don't think it was of the game. He did have a touchdown last week, though.
6 catches, 90 yards to go with that score. Team leading 106 all-purpose yards for Brooks. Timeout on the field as the Greyhounds get set for 1st and 10 from the United 13.
Looks like we got an injured player on the United side. Yep, there he is, coming off.
appears to be okay, walking off under his own power. Our best to Jeremy Rodriguez, senior defensive back for the Longhorns. That Boerne offense comes back on the field. Impressed by the patience that Hank Hendricks is showing, Kerry. You know, we talked about just a sophomore, but you can tell a lot of reps last year.
Yeah, very, very poised for, just a sophomore. And I think last year, seeing varsity experience last year, seeing the speed of the game as a freshman, I think is really going to help him this year and going forward.
In shotgun with twins to each side, he hands up the middle. Ivan Bettis, it appears, 21. Look at him. Bettis still on his feet, near first down yardage. Inside the 10. Ivan's first carry of the ball game.
Yeah, and that's a good thing for the Greyhounds. They have a lot of depth at the running back spot. They'll have Perez, they'll have Hicks in there, and they both scored last week. Perez had a very similar type of carry last week for a touchdown where he kind of drug people into the end zone to get in and score.
71 yards on the ground last weekend for Ivan Bettis, 15 carries. Had the touchdown to go with 2 by Adam Hicks. On second down, Bettis again to give, left side. Line of scrimmage, a couple yards beyond it, good for a first down. And the Greyhounds will have first and goal from what appears to be the United 6.
Yeah, and he did a good job holding on to that ball because Mateo Gomez, number 13, comes in trying to strip it, but Perez holds on.
Greyhounds eating away at that clock on this opening drive, started at their own 25-yard line. Clock stopping at 7:56 as they move the chains. Actually, no, they're calling it second down.
Yeah, I think they gave it to him.
Okay, now and that would make sense to why the clock stopped momentarily. Yes, the down marker said second down. It's now at first down. Hendricks. Shotgun formation, ball at the 6. In motion. Hendricks looking left. He might keep. Lets it go. Corner. Incomplete. Trying to get to Ivan Bettis. Just beyond him, though.
Yeah, there is the flag. I don't know if he was passed, but I think it's going to be a hold. I think Boerne held on that. Hendricks can run. He prefers not to. That's not really kind of his game. But he can. He's a very good athlete, very good basketball player. He can run. Looks like a hold, backing him up.
Mentioning stat line in terms of rushing for Hank last weekend, 4 carries, 4 yards. So to your point,
yeah, he prefers the pocket.
Yeah, he'll tuck it if he needs to, but otherwise, you can tell a young man who's very comfortable slinging it.
And that time that was the right read. He had Perez, and it wouldn't have mattered because of the penalty, but he found the open receiver.
Second and goal from the 16. Trips to his right. There's a corner. Slant coming across toward the 10, across the 5, met at the end zone, and just shy of getting 6 is Matthew Garrison, the senior receiver, getting his first touch of the ball game.
Yeah, Garrison is the guy that had the first touchdown of the year last week.
Yes, on that long pass from Hank Hendricks, absolutely.
Yeah, and right there, just weaves his way down the field nicely. Takes a good pop there at the end. But he gets him third and goal at about the 2 or 1.
Officially, it's at the 1 according to the scoreboard. Third and goal. Very good when you consider it was second and goal from the 16 moments ago. Hendricks, snap, give, Hicks through.
Oh.
Stop short.
Yeah, he got flipped. He got knocked off his feet. Looked like he had an easy path, but one of the Laredo players, United, got down low, knocked him off his feet. Look at the replay. Well, he got flipped right there.
And decision time for Coach Shea Hendricks, although
I don't think
at this point I don't know if it's much of a decision, right?
Yeah, you're
you
right.
You beat me to it, Kerry.
Yeah, you're right there. And
only because you started saying it. And then I was like, let me say it before Kerry does so I sound somewhat smart. 4th and goal at the 1. The Greyhounds are going. Under 7 minutes to go. They've had the ball the entirety of the start of this game so far.
Now Hudson Hendricks is in there. He's in there.
Standout linebacker Hudson.
Yep. Wildcat
also
here.
plays some fullback. Direct snap Hicks. This time, no problem. Into the end zone. Boerne leads 6-0. Methodical, efficient, and it works. Boerne taking the opening drive 75 yards. First and goal turned to second and goal from the 16. which then turned into third and goal before converting on 4th and goal from that 1-yard line. Extra point is up and through. Booted through by Diego Jimenez. Let's step aside. When we come back, United gets its first opportunity. The Greyhounds up 7-0 early right here on the GVTC Thursday night kickoff. Early action at Boerne ISD Stadium. The Greyhounds in their home opener of 2024 taking the opening kickoff, driving 75 yards down the field. Took them 7 minutes, 21 seconds. Scratch that, 5 minutes, 21 seconds.
That was a 12-play drive. They overcame a 10-yard penalty on that.
Kickoff fielded at the 10, crossed the 20, near the 30, and then forced out of bounds is Ethan Estrada. That Greyhound special teams. Forcing United to start at its own 32, so a little bit better than a touchback would have given them, as the Longhorns, a regional semifinalist a year ago, and a winner last week against Warren out of the San Antonio area, 14-6 that score, takes the field for the first time. Give on the first play from scrimmage. Your quarterback is Luis Solis. He wears number 9. Featured back is number 23, Juan Lopez. H-back for the Longhorns is number 83, Alex Levin. Receivers are number 88, Jesse Garcia Perez. Number 82, Colt Lozano. Number 3, Rola San Miguel. Up front, tackles are Romeo Sepulveda and David Hermosillo. Guards are Hugo Garcia and Andre Hernandez. The center is Diego Perez. Solis complete on his first pass attempt. A little bit of a screen there out of the flat. Going to Colt Lozano.
Yep. Jackson Bay's coming over, making the stop, dragging him out of bounds, number 9.
Brings up third down.
This would be a big stop if Greyhounds can score a touchdown and then get a 3 and out. That'd be a big momentum swing right there.
Clock stopped at 5:47 on 3rd and 4. Ball at the 38. Trips to our side for Solis. Comes this way. Ooh. Lozano again. Screen. It's set up. They got the first down.
He threw that in a tight window. That was through traffic, and he somehow got it through everybody and found his man, and the receiver gets that first down. That was a pretty tight throw there.
Hudson Hendricks, we mentioned him getting in at fullback as he's prone to do. In on that stop, Hudson, senior, coach's son, headed to Arkansas. New set of downs at the 44 for United. Longhorns offense staying on the field after the Greyhounds threw the first punch of the night. Solis looking right. Now rolling that way. Pass complete. Nice effort because Victor Reyes, number 32, extended the route.
Yep, he did a good job. He saw his man was in trouble. See him break down. He breaks away from the defender, gets behind him. Quarterback sees him, makes a nice throw, and get the first down.
Solis making sure that pass landed behind Ty Bush, the linebacker for the Greyhounds, but in front of the secondary help, Another first down for this Longhorn offense. Juan Lopez to carry up the middle, positive yardage.
Well, you think about their first play, it was a run play. They lose a yard, and then they start throwing, kind of opens it up a little bit, and they go back to the run. That time you get a nice 5-yard gain just because you've kind of softened them up with that passing game a little bit. And talking to Coach Hendricks, that was his main concern was their passing game. He said they're a true spread. They'll throw a lot. They'll throw all over the field. They'll throw it deep. They're not afraid to sling it.
Already some adjustments in the early going, and it's working for United. 2nd and 5. Ball at the 38. Clock goes under 4:19. It's running. In trouble and down. Nice play by Braden Bays, senior defensive end who also plays some tight end for the Greyhounds getting there.
Yeah, pocket collapsed, and Bays able to get a hand on him. He came close to horse collar, but did not get that penalty called. So great play by Bays, backs him up. But right here, you might be 4-down territory here, depending on what happens on this play.
3rd and 10 at the 43. They're in Greyhound territory. Solis trips to his left. Single receiver is Colt Lozano to the right. He's looking this way, looking for Lozano, comebacker. Lozano couldn't quite, out of that break, get to where the ball was. A little bit out of his reach on the throw by Solis. But as you mentioned, Kerry, that Laredo United offense going nowhere here on 4th down. Actually, now it is.
Well, I think if on 3rd down, if you'd have got maybe 5 or 6 and you get the ball inside the 40, you might go for it. But 4th and 10 early in the game. But, of course, you could fake it. I think Coach Sawyer, the defensive coordinator, he's telling them, you know, be ready, and stay away.
Rolando San Miguel back to punt. Good high punt. Fair catch called for.
Uh-oh.
On the turf momentarily. Jackson Bays letting it slip through his paws for just a minute. But the senior defensive back, who, as Kerry mentioned at the top of the broadcast, led this Greyhound squad, or led the Greyhound program 2 years ago all the way to the state final, able to corral it. And still a good player who Coach Shea Hendricks says, I'm going to find a way to put him on the field. And he's earned the right to stay out on the field, especially given what he did 2 years ago.
Yeah, and he's a great athlete. His brother's playing football at Oklahoma State, so like you said, I wouldn't doubt if we see him play quarterback every now and again too.
1st and 10 at the 10. Hendricks, quick trigger, complete but down, almost upon contact by Ivan Pettis, and that's one of those you'd rather just drop it if you're gonna. Because of high school football, you don't need contact. You don't need to be touched once you hit the turf.
I want to say that was Walker Hill on that catch. Yeah, it looked like he just lost his footing, basically, like you said, and actually lost the yard there.
27, not 21. My apologies, Walker Hill.
They look very similar, and his jersey was all scrunched up, so it was hard to tell.
2nd down and 11. Hendricks shotgun. Twins to this side. Looking this way. Over the middle, he's got a man open. Complete. 45 across midfield. Nice pitching catch. On the other end, it's Will Traylor.
Will Traylor, we know that name.
Sure do.
GVTC, I believe that's his nephew.
Sure is. Will getting him all the way into United territory. Ball at the 49. Handoff. It's Hicks up the middle. Across the 45. Right around the 40.
It was a 51-yard gain to Traylor. Showed great hands. Kind of bobbled it just a second, but he controls it. It's a big gainer, biggest gainer of the night.
Will Traylor with good size as well. Only a junior. Split out left. As you see Hendricks lining him up. Set for 2nd down and 6 at the United 44. Again, it's Hicks. Up the middle, Hicks staying on his feet. Broke a couple of tackles before 3 Longhorns. Down to 2. Converged.
Yeah, and they go left side. Well, guess who's playing guard on that left side? Logan Schramm.
Absolutely.
The 6'6" guy. So you're going to see a lot of guys, or you can see a lot of plays running behind that guy.
Ethan Estrada, one of the 2 Longhorn defenders in on that stop. 3rd and 3 for the Greyhounds. It's at the United 41. Hendricks keeps rolling to his right, incomplete. He's looking to Walker Hill, it looks like. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication, maybe just an errant throw. But either way, it brings up 4th and 3 at the 41.
Yeah, and that time at Laredo United, I think they kind of knew it was going to be a passing down, so they brought pressure, and they didn't get to Hendricks, but they kind of made him hurry up his throw just a little bit. Looks like they're going for it.
Fourth and 3 at the 41.
They could just try to get on the jump. Hard
You see
count.
Hendricks looking to the sideline.
See if they can hard count him.
There's a snap. They're going. Pass. Will Traylor complete. First down, Greyhounds.
What I like about both these teams, their offenses is they mix it up so well. Run, pass. You just don't know what they're going to do on any particular play.
They hurry to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 now at the 32. Hendricks keeping, looking right. Fires dart over the middle. It's Garrison complete near first down yardage.
I think he's got it.
Yep, moving the chains. A second consecutive first down for Boerne. Continue to be effective. You mentioned a couple
They don't have
snaps
to. They
ago,
don't have
Karen.
to snap this if they don't want to. So it looks like. Well, I don't know.
Well, game clock's at 14, play clock's at 16, 4-second differential between the two.
Wind's not really a factor. So
Greyhounds acting as if they're going to get this playoff. They sure do. Pettis. And the United defense saying maybe he should have waited.
yeah, take that. That should do it.
Mateo Gomez, one of the team captains for the Longhorns, making the stop, and that's the way the first quarter comes to an end. Boerne up 7-0 and on the move right here in the GVTC TV Thursday night kickoff. We're back right after this, right here at Boerne ISD Stadium.
Guess I won't be making my famous burgers.
Text everyone to cancel. The Rivera say it's not even raining at their house.
Aren't they like 2 blocks away? It is coming down out here.
It really is.
That was cheese.
Yes, it was.
Keep walking, Marge.
I bet this is a microstorm.
What's a
Boerne
microstorm?
had the ball
I don't
8
actually
minutes, 45
know.
seconds.
The Boerne Greyhounds on the move to start the second quarter here in the GVTC Thursday night kickoff, taking on a Laredo United squad that beat Warren last weekend. So 1-0 on the Longhorn side of things against a Boerne team looking for its first W. And you mentioned something during the commercial break, Kerry, in terms of if you want to get the win, this is how you want to do it. The Greyhounds holding onto the ball for a good amount over that first quarter.
Yeah, very methodical, just a 12-play drive, and then Laredo United gets it, and they move the ball pretty well. They just kind of stalled out, had to punt. Boerne gets it with 3:24 to run the whole quarter out. So of that 12-minute quarter, Boerne's had the ball almost for 9 minutes. They had it for 8:45. So this will be the 21st play. So they basically ran 20 plays in one quarter.
2nd and 13, the last play of the first quarter. Ivan Pettis got the carry, was met 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so the ball at the 25. Hendricks on the first play of the second, looking right. Was going to take off, then lets it go. Over the middle, touchdown. A little bit of a jump pass, and it turns into 6 for the Boerne Greyhounds. On the other end, Ben Bays, a tight end. He's a junior and now responsible for a 13-0 Greyhound lead.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball to the receiver. Look at Hendricks. He just jumps up and throws it like a little jump pass. Tim Tebow used to do that more from the line of scrimmage, but that time, just a great throw. He found his man.
Extra point. Good. Greyhounds take a 14-0 lead just to play into the second quarter. Fantastic effort for the Greyhounds, who come in, as mentioned moments ago, looking for their first win. Boerne ISD is rated one of the top school districts in Texas and has won countless statewide awards and recognitions. Learn more about this award-winning school district by visiting BoerneISD.net. Again, the web address, BoerneISD.net. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns, Kerry, for this Greyhound offense. Very efficient in the early going, and not only getting the scores, but taking time off the clock while doing it as well.
Yeah, that's been the big thing. Laredo United only had the ball one time in that whole quarter. I mean, think about that, just one possession. If you keep this up, they're going to have the ball 4 times in the whole game. That doesn't seem likely, but that's a great start. And that time, Boerne goes 9 plays, 90 yards, takes 3:30 off the clock. So they've had a 75-yard and a 90-yard drive.
Kick at the 5. Some good moves before Ethan Estrada is met by a wall of Greyhounds. Beat that Colt Lozano. Longhorns will start 1st and 10. Appears to be right around, depending on the spot, their own 20, maybe just beyond it. I think they'll officially say it's a 21-yard line.
Well, Laredo United did some good things. They just stalled out.
Able to move the ball their first time out. Had to punt when they got into a 4th and long just past midfield.
Time short completion of about just a 4-yard sideline pass there. Sideline pattern play.
Luis Solis, shotgun to his left. Pass complete, but right away, coming with the hurt, yes, sir. Jackson Bays making his presence felt. Saying that play's going nowhere.
They're going to lose yards back to the 22 or so. And Bays just reads that well. You see him break on the ball right there. He gets the receiver, wraps him up, pushes him back. Loss of 3.
Aiden Ochoa on the receiving end. So with that loss, it's 3rd and 9 at the 22. And these kinds of the situations that United is trying to avoid, this kind of down and distance. Timeout taken by the Longhorns.
Timeout taken by Laredo.
Well, after Boerne's had the ball for such a long time, you don't want to go 3 and out and give them the ball back. You need a first down just to get your defense a rest. But you're facing 3rd and 9, so you want to make sure you got the right play in there and try to move those chains.
So interesting to see what the Longhorns will come out of the timeout with, because first drive, as you mentioned, able to collect a couple of first downs. Eventually the drive stalled. Here, looking to avoid a 3 and out.
It was a good drive, like you said. 8 plays, just stalled out, like you said. That third and 10, they're not able to get anything, so they basically have to punt on 4th and 10.
(10-17) still to go, in quarter number 2.
Trying to figure out the clock here.
I think there was some confusion because they set a certain time during timeout, which deviated from the clock, the game clock. And I think there was some confusion as to why did it just go from whatever it was to the game clock. But on third down, Solis, he's going to keep. He might get there. Hudson Hendricks going for his legs.
Did he get it?
It's going to depend on the spot. Hudson's going to say I stopped him short.
But I tell you, Solis makes a nice move. Watch him pump fake. He's on a tuck and run. Pump fakes, gets a defender in the air. That gives him some space. Hendricks comes over, shoestring tackle. He fell forward, and they're going to give it to him.
Yeah. First down yardage on a good effort by Solis, able to evade, if only for a couple of inches, the young man headed to Arkansas, Hudson Hendricks, senior linebacker, leader for this Greyhound defense. Slant on 1st and 10 gets 9. So positive yardage there for United as Jesse Garcia Perez, the sophomore receiver, gets his first touch of the night.
And that time Solis read that one right. The previous play, he knew the pocket was collapsing. He felt it. He stepped up. He ran it. Then he got that little pump fake, and that bought him that extra daylight.
2nd and 1 at the 39. Snap.
Uh-oh.
All he can do is pounce on it. That a little high for Luis Solis, excuse me. And instead of trying to pick it up, Kerry, he just fell on it.
Yeah, see, he had a little bit of time, I thought. I think he had more time than he realized. He could have picked it up and maybe just thrown it away. But, you know, when you have your back to the defense, you don't know exactly where they're at. And that's always what they tell you is just fall on the ball. Well, that's a huge loss because it was 2nd and 1. Now you're back to third and 8-ish.
Well, what's interesting is the clock was showing 1st and 10 on that, even though that's not what the down and distance marker said. Incomplete on 3rd and what appeared to be right around 7.
Jake Perez with a nice play. There's another Perez boy in there making a nice play. Watch him just kind of bat that ball down, jumps the route, knocks it down. Good defensive play there.
So that Boerne defense getting off the field. Nice effort. Anytime your offense comes out and so methodical with the ball, it takes down and scores on their first 2 possessions, they're going to grab the headlines, but this Boerne defense doing more than its share tonight as well. Here in the early going, that ball downs. Jeremy Rodriguez doing the honors. So the Greyhounds will come out for a 3rd time, starting at their own 30.
Well, I don't expect them to do a whole lot different. It's been working, right?
Yep.
I mean, you've had a 12-play and a 9-play drive, and both have led to touchdowns. You got some big boys on that front line, I tell you. Schramm is one of them, but he's not the only one.
No, the tackle right next to him, Hudson McNew, number 78, also a very big human. Logan Fritcher's the center. He's number 50. Werner Wieboat, the other guard, ball incomplete. He's number 72. The right tackle is Keegan Fisher. He's number 71. But as you go across that line, it's a big offensive line for these Greyhounds. Nice luxury for Coach Shea Hendricks.
Good size, yeah. And Logan Fritcher, he played at Geneva School of Boerne for a couple years and decided wanted to play at the public school, and he's been the starter ever since.
Hendricks in 2nd and 10 from the 30. Pulls it back over the middle, incomplete.
I tell you, Logan Schramm, he just kind of manhandled some defensive back that was trying to blitz. he just threw him like a rag doll. Wow.
Intended for Walker Hill was that pass. I think note to that defensive back, a note to self, wherever number 65 is, don't go there again.
Yeah, don't run right at him, and
you'll get totally erased.
Yes.
So now the first 3rd and long for this Greyhound offense. They've had 2nd and long, and on their first one, the United defense able to make the stop. Screen pass out to Adam Hicks. trying to get him the ball in a different kind of way. Interesting for Adam, while he had 52 yards rushing on the 19 carries last week, no yards receiving. And so you see the Greyhounds trying to get him involved in that kind of way here today.
I think that is a run. I think the pass went backwards. That was more like a pitch. But
yep, true.
Yep, but Laredo United, good job. They knock him for a 4-yard loss, so they forced a punt. Whoa. It was almost blocked.
United's Marcus Munoz was coming on.
Yeah.
Trying to get a piece of that one. Almost did. Changed the punt.
And I think the punter realized, hey, I can see this guy coming pretty fast. I need to get rid of it.
You mentioned, Kerry, how big a stop that was for that United defense. You know, it's still early, but we've seen enough high school football games where a team establishes itself and really takes control in the first half, and then unlike the pros and maybe even college, you don't see as many second half comebacks. You do see them, but you don't see them nearly as often as that Greyhound D stiffens up. And I think the reason you don't see them as often is, I think in high school, oftentimes there's a bigger gap in the abilities of the two teams than there certainly is in the pros or in college. As we take another look at the play here, and Hudson Hendricks, as is usually the case, involved in the big play for that Greyhound defense. And so because that gap is there, usually the team that gets out to the big lead in the first half does so not only because they got hot or a flurry or a quick 1-2 punch, but they got out to that big lead because they're simply better. They're simply playing at a different level. And so the fact that this stays a 14-0 game as opposed to potentially 21-0, key for United here in the first half. Minimal gain on the keeper for Solis.
Nowhere to go. Pocket started to collapse. He recognized it, stepped up, and he just very fortunate got back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, and that was a huge stop. Like you're talking about defense. I think what impressed me about it is that Boerne had gone 12 plays, 9 plays, and scored, and that time they hold him to a 3-and-out. So they made some good adjustments on that series that time.
Speaking of third downs, that's what United faces here. 3rd and 10 at their own 35. Solis keeps, rolls to his left, throws back across.
Oh, there was all kinds of linemen downfield there.
And that was almost caught off a ricochet.
Yeah, that was a busted play. I think the play was supposed to go to the receiver right here in front of the Greyhound sideline, but he was covered, and so the quarterback Solis went back the other way, and the linemen were downfield. Watch. I think he's looking right there.
So he's looking for Lozano, it looks like.
And you look at the linemen all downfield right there. See, there's linemen there's linemen past the 40, so they'll decline that.
And after it hits, one of the intended receivers is Eli Cardaron, was there kind of waiting, and it short hopped its way to him. Had that ball been in the air a little bit longer, he might have had an opportunity at it. But as it goes, 4th and 10 from their own 35, so the United punt unit on the field.
3 possessions, 3 punts.
Bays comes up to make the fair catch. They'll spot him at the 46 of the Greyhounds, and that's where Boerne will start offensive possession number 4. Scored on their first 2. Will Hicks getting in from a yard out on their first possession. Ben Bays, a touchdown reception from Hank Hendricks on their second possession. 3-and-out when they had it just moments ago. 7:06 to go before the intermission. And as much as the clock moved in the first quarter, little choppier here in the second. End around give across midfield to the 45. Good play as Brooks Bettis gets his hands on the ball in one way or another.
That was a bread and butter of Boerne over the years. Just that little front. Technically, this is a pass because the pitch is going forward, So, but it's basically like a run, and they tell the officials before the game, we're going to pitch it forward. If he drops it, it's an incomplete pass.
2nd and 2 at the 46 of United. Hendricks in trouble, goes over the middle, looking for Garrison too high. Darrell Doyle, one of the Longhorn team captains there defensively.
And it looked like Hendricks wanted to run, but somebody from the Laredo defense stepped up, United defense, and made him throw it. Not a whole lot out there. Good coverage by the Longhorn secondary.
Third and 2. Hendricks in shotgun. Puts Ben Bays in motion. Now on the side of the line. Settles in. Give to Bettis. Ivan comes across. First down for Boerne. Tackled it near the 35 of United.
You know, Adam Hicks, Ivan Perez, you know, they bring him in and out. It seems like Perez is kind of taking that bulldozer role. You know, he's the one you need those 2-3 short yard. He's the guy they get in there just because of the bulk he's got.
Hicks a little bit lighter on his feet as it appears, whereas Bettis, bulldozer. Hendricks airing it out. Garrison there, hauls it in, dragging folks toward the goal line inside the 5, and the Greyhounds knocking on the door again.
He just finds a way to get open, it just seems like.
Was Eli Nicholas, 18, not 12.
Oh, yeah, Nicholas, yes.
Eli Nicholas, 18, not 12, in that slot. So credit Eli with the reception. First and goal at the 3. Go under 5:40. Hendricks in that Boerne offense looking toward the sideline. Chance to make this a 20-0 ball game in the first half. Shotgun, as is usually the case for Hendricks. Hands to Ivan Pettis, nothing there. Lost a yard, as a matter of fact. Maybe more. Marcus Munoz there for the tackle.
Yeah, Munoz does a great job just kind of getting in that backfield and basically blowing up that play before it even really got going. As running backs getting the ball, Munoz is really wrapping him up and dragging him into the ground.
Hudson Hendricks, all-district linebacker, often plays fullback in these types of situations for the Greyhounds in the game now. Ball's at the 6, 2nd and goal from there.
He didn't run the ball a whole lot last week, but he did a lot last year.
Spinning is Hendricks, coming around, complete dumps, Hendricks. And Hudson saying, what was that you were saying, Kerry?
Hendricks to Hendricks.
Brother-to-brother connection. It's Hudson gets into the end zone to make this a 20-0 ball game.
And he's lined up in the fullback. He pretends like he's blocking. He does kind of block. He kind of shoulders the guy, and then he breaks, and then Hank finds him open.
And now Hudson on to hold. Does that well, too. 21-0. 4:28 remaining at the half. When we come back here on the GVTC TV Thursday night kickoff, United with a much-needed answer. Will they get it? We're back after this.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Boerne be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's Pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota Boerne.
The Boerne Greyhounds off to a 21-0 lead, and we still got 4.5 minutes to play in the first half of tonight's GVTC Thursday night kickoff. To get set for the second weekend, we're underway with the second weekend of the 2024 high school football campaign. Third kickoff of the evening already for the Greyhounds. Touchback. United following the boot. by Diego Jimenez, will start at its own 25.
25.
And, you know, talking about Boerne playing last week, back-to-back Thursday games, which is kind of odd to start the season. But Coach Hendricks told me he didn't really mind it because tomorrow, Friday, they'll lift, they'll look at film, and then they basically get the weekend off. So not a bad deal.
Solis airing it out on 1st and 10, had Colt Lozano open momentarily, but the ball in the air a little too long, and with that, Jake Bettis able to get there, disrupt the play, cause the incompletion. 2nd and 10 coming for the Longhorns.
Basically a 50-50 ball on that one, just kind of a jump ball. Like you said, Perez does enough to knock it to the ground, not let the receiver make a clean catch on that. But, you know, that's a good throw if you're Longhorns. You got to throw deep every now and again just to keep the defense honest, let them know we're going to take some deep shots, and if you start cheating up on us, we're going to get you. That time the Greyhounds stay home.
Rolling to his right is Solis, incomplete.
It's an interference call, look like.
I don't see a flag, though.
Incomplete pass. Number 88.
Yeah, it came out.
Perez.
Oh, there it is. I see it now.
Yeah, I thought it was more incidental contact
Penalty on the play.
because I thought the receiver was blocking and the defender was trying to fend off a block and throw him, but they call a hold.
The officials marking off the yardage.
That'll be a 10-yarder.
New set of downs now with the 35. Jorge Solis shotgun hands. Not much there. That's usually been the case in this first half. This Boerne defense ready for the challenge at the line of scrimmage. Eddie Calderon, the carry for the Longhorns, gets 2.
Well, I don't want to jinx it, but that was this has been a pretty clean game. That was only the second penalty. Both have been on the Greyhounds. Longhorns have not had a penalty.
And with that, you just jinxed it.
Probably.
Here we go. We're going to get a penalty on this play.
Like 5 in a row, watch.
On 2nd and 8, Solis airing it out. Again, they go deep. Lozano open. Lozano makes the catch. Lozano across the 10, and Lozano's got a touchdown. Colt Lozano,
Touchdown
Well,
Laredo.
he ran like
63 yards, Kerry.
he ran like a horse. Colt did that time. Well, good job by Solis. Just seeing him makes a nice throw, and right there, one of the Greyhounds has a shot at him, but not able to get a hand on the jersey.
You saw Elijah Hanks there in pursuit, but too much speed by the Colt. Colt Lozano able to put the Longhorns on the board with the extra point to come. Penalty flags
Penalty on the
down as Luis Ortega gets it through. See if this one will stand.
Did I jinx it?
You know, you jinxed it 2 plays later, so I don't know if that really counts. Because by that measure, you can kind of say that maybe you didn't.
I don't know. That everybody's run off the field.
Well, here's the thing, though. What the extra point was, it was no good? It looked like it went through to me.
I don't
no?
think they've decided. I don't think they've.
Okay, here comes the call.
Personal foul. So it's probably going to be enforced on the kickoff, I would imagine.
The kick is up and good. Penalty on the play was a personal foul against Boerne.
Okay, so add that point to the board. Makes it 21-7 here with 3:26 remaining in the first half. Game that Boerne has dominated. Scoring the first 3 touchdowns of the game, getting into the end zone on each of the first 2 possessions. United, nice drive on their first opportunity offensively, but a tough go of it since until this drive. And even at that carry, the Greyhound D was doing a nice job in the early going, as you see the kick about to be kicked from the Boerne 45 as they enforced the penalty.
So do you try an onside kick? What do you have to lose? You're ready, and the ball's ready on that side of the hash.
Not to mention you're down 2 touchdowns. So anything helps right now. Any little bit of help you can get, you try for.
Yeah, Boerne's kind of cheating up some of their guys. Let's see what they do. Nope, they kick away.
Kicked it deep.
Okay.
I'm with you. Little surprise there.
Well, and you know, talking about Laredo United, the thing is they showed you how quick they can score, right? I mean,
yes.
And we talked about deep throws. They had a deep throw earlier. I said I like those deep throws. That time they hit a deep one. And they scored on 2 plays and covered 75 yards in 2 plays. There was a penalty that extended the drive on that hold, but defensive hold. But they showed you they can score quick.
Following the touchback, the Greyhounds have it at their own 25. Hank Hendricks, shotgun, as usual. Looking deep, now goes deep the other way. Matthew Garrison just over his outstretched fingertips.
Well, I think Hank would like to have that one back. Did a great job extending the play. He was under duress. He just kind of rolled to his left, got away from that pressure, bought himself some time, and just overthrew by a few inches that time.
Tough to tell if he would have just run through it had he gotten there. Always tough to tell, though, and easier to ask the question post-play. Hicks. Adam making his way across the line of scrimmage and then gaining 6 or 7 more.
That was a quick burst. Well, he shot through there quick, didn't he?
Yeah. He's got a good burst.
Yep.
You can tell he's pretty light on his feet.
Shows it right there.
Good quickness for the senior running back. 3rd and 3. And now an opportunity for the United defense to keep their momentum going. And it looks like they may have. Hicks again, the ball carrier. This time, not the gain of the previous play. It's gonna they're gonna give him the spot.
I was gonna say that second effort, but he's down though right now, unfortunately. But that second effort got him that first down. Boy, you hate to see that.
Yeah, Adam was grabbing that lower left leg. Young man who scored twice last weekend in that back-and-forth game against Piper, a game that Boerne led by 10 early in the 4th quarter. You see,
that's good to see walking off on his own
he's
power.
making his way off the field with trainers by his side, but essentially able to walk off the field. Now he's walking gingerly. That left foot kind of appears to be the issue. Or perhaps lower left leg is a better way to put it. 1st and 10 following the Hicks carry that gave the Greyhounds their first down of this drive. Hendricks again looking deep. Lets it go. Comeback route. Complete the trailer. At the sticks. Fighting for the first down. Right around the 45-yard line.
Well, you could have been doing both, I guess.
Passing a little gas in the plenty of hot air coming from my mouth right now. I know that much. He did get the first down, did Trailer.
Yes, he did.
Nephew of the UTSA head coach. Looking to his left, now rolling this way. Hendricks lets it go. Nice safety valve underneath. Walker
Hill stepped out, but good gain, good first down.
Another instance where they're moving the chains.
And watch Hendricks here. Watch him. He sees the pressure. He feels it. He steps up. and he just looks and looks, and he makes the throw and avoids the hit. Just he reads that defense so well. He's just
very patient, Kerry. I've been impressed from the get-go with how patient he is.
Makes a lot of good decisions.
Twins to each side on 1st and 10 from the 39. Hand, Bettis, good hole up the middle. Takes advantage, ball's loose. United had it, then lost it.
I don't know. Let's see.
Officials say the Longhorns do indeed have the ball.
Fumble into the play, recovered by number 3 from Laredo.
San Miguel.
First down, Laredo from the 20.
Yeah, that's tough. The Greyhounds were on their way here toward a 3-touchdown lead.
Duncan public address announcements. There's no place like kicking your morning off with
Instead, a turnover means that United, who just scored their first touchdown of the game, gets a minute 40. Now, they're at their own 20, but they get a minute 40 to try to make this thing a little closer than 21-7 here in the second quarter.
And they got 2 timeouts, too. And there was movement before the snap. I think the Longhorns jumped, but let's see what they call.
Yep, they sure did.
Full start, Laredo. Moving back 5 yards, starting from the 15. First down.
First and 15 at the 15. Solis, quick trigger.
Oh,
Hudson Hendricks lowering the boom.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, boy, you don't want to see 22 coming at you.
Pass intended for number.
And,
It's a clean shot, too. Just got him right on the chest area. Knocked the ball loose.
Second down, Laredo.
well, that was the fate that Juan Lopez had to endure. Second and 15 now. Solis in trouble. Gives chase, able to avoid the sack. And turning what would have been another ominous play for United into a good gain. Third and manageable coming up for the Longhorns.
Yeah. And good pocket presence from Solis is what you see him avoid. And he just tucks and runs. And at this point, it's get out of bounds, young man. Don't get hit. Just keep running. So he gets out, doesn't get a first down, but he makes it, from 2nd and 15 to 3rd and 6.
Picks up 9 on what could have easily been a play that lost 7 or 8. Solis again running for his life, lets it go.
They'll call a late hit, looks like.
Yeah, there's a penalty marker.
Flag on the play.
Applying the pressure there out of bounds was Blake Burkholder. Blake very busy last week. 2 quarterback sacks. 10 total tackles to lead the Greyhounds defensively. Looks like he'll be the guilty party here, though, on a play that will extend the United drive with 1:13 remaining in the first half.
That's a 15-yarder. That's a tough one.
Personal foul to move Laredo up to their own 40, making it first down.
So the ball now at the 40 following that first down because of the late hit. Solis with twins to each side. Looking to his right, goes that way. Colt Lozano just overthrows him.
Yep, he had him too. He had that gap in between the corner and the safety. He just had to drop it in the well like right there, but just not able to. Just a little too high.
Number 4, Jake Moret, incomplete.
Had the right read, just not able to connect. I tell you, Laredo United, they traveled well. That's a good crowd for 3-hour, 3.5-hour drive on a school night.
Solis, 2nd and 10. That's complete.
Yep.
Moves the stick. Stops the clock momentarily at 1:01. Now it goes again.
Good job catching that ball, holding on to it by Lozano.
Into Greyhound territory, ball's at the 48. Over the middle again, over Hudson Hendricks. Ball in the air, incomplete. Are they going to say that he caught it? No, they're going to say it hit the turf first.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. I don't think he ever really had control.
Luckily, we have instant replay.
Yeah.
Jackson Bays.
C.J. Smith, the one that laid the lumber.
You know,
there.
Kerry, I'm not so sure.
Yeah. But you know, we get the luxury of a replay. Officials, it's got to
no
be,
doubt,
yeah,
no
it's
doubt.
got to be bang bang on those guys' part.
2nd and 10, over the middle, same play. This time complete.
It worked. This time he held on.
Jesse Garcia Perez to completion, his 2nd reception of the night. It'll be 1st and 10 now with the Boerne 25. 28 seconds still left in these first 24 minutes.
Well, Laredo United doing a good job taking advantage of this turnover. You know, think about it. Greyhounds were driving. They had the ball about the 30 or so. And had a chance to add to their lead, fumble, and Laredo United gets it, and they're basically in field goal territory right now.
Well, Boerne ISD has great job opportunities for bus drivers, instructional aides, food service assistants, and more. Apply today by visiting boerneisd.net/jobs. Again, it's that website, boerneisd.net/jobs. Boerne ISD, great opportunities here for bus drivers, instructional aides, food service assistants, and more.
Well, this would be interesting if the Longhorns score, make it a one-possession game, and it looked like it was going to be a runaway.
Solis rolling right, the end zone, chance to get picked, and it is. Huge play for that Boerne defense. They needed a big play when United was on the move, and Jake Bettis gives it to him.
Well, and he had room. Watch Solis. He's got a lot of daylight in front of him. So he steps up. There's nobody in front of him, and he just threw it short, and Jake Perez turns him away. So turnover for turnover.
Now, interesting thing here is you're at your own 2. Don't get me wrong. You'd much rather have the ball here at your own 2 than still be facing a United threat. But that being said, tricky situation, 23 seconds still left to go, and you're at your own 2.
Yeah, because they basically do everything out of the shotgun.
Exactly.
They don't do anything under center.
Hendricks' snap, give. Good hole up the middle. Bettis making use of it. Cross the 15.
And that may be it. Let's see what they want to do. But that time Perez, both hands on the ball. And he was not going to drop that one.
Number 12, Ethan Estrada from Laredo.
Boerne call a timeout or official timeout?
Ball's being marked at the Boerne 16, first down.
Got to adjust the clock. It's at 8. They want 17 on it. There it is. Fixed it. 17.
So now 17 ticks left. 1st and 10 at the 16, and what might be the last play of the first half. Hendricks airing it out, and it might not be. On the other end, incomplete. Looking for Brooks Bettis, and penalty markers the result.
Pass intended for number 11, Brooks Perez. Penalty on the play.
Double coverage by the Longhorns that time. And in high school, you know, it's only 15 yards, so that's not a bad penalty if you're the defense. Instead of giving up a 40-yard gain, you just give up 15 with a penalty. It's kind of the lesser of two evils. And the thing about a penalty here is you don't get the time back. So 6 seconds or 5 seconds came off the clock.
So the ball's at the 30.
And Boerne still has its timeouts.
Yeah, and they have 12 seconds. Makes sense to take the shot there, Kerry.
Yeah.
Nothing to lose, if you will.
Yeah.
I mean, a turnover, I guess, will hurt you,
worst case,
but
like you said, worst case turnover. But look at where the ball would be.
Exactly.
It'd be like a punt, basically.
Exactly. Officials continue to sort things out. The ball officially at the 31.
A lot of sorting on this drive, isn't there?
That's where they are following the pass interference penalty. Hendricks looking to let it go. He's not going to get the opportunity. The United defense doing a nice job of converging in the backfield. Muy Montemayor. And that's the final play of the first half. Interesting first 24 minutes. Boerne in total control. And then over the last 5-6 minutes, United with an answer. So we go to the halftime. Our score to the Greyhounds 21, the Longhorns 7. You're watching the second week of the 2024 season right here on the GVTC Thursday night kickoff. Enjoy halftime, everybody.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Boerne Beat, sponsored by the Boerne Star. Here are the top stories from around Boerne ISD this week. Boerne ISD students had the best week of their young lives. Boerne Little League finished the season placing 4th in the world at the 2024 Little League World Series. Boerne fell in the U.S. Championship game to Florida before coming up a run short in the 3rd place game against Venezuela. The boys were welcomed home in grand fashion with a police escort from the airport, then a parade and celebration at Main Plaza with thousands of community members cheering them on in the rain. It was truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience for the team and the community. A Boerne ISD teacher was honored with a new award. The 2024 BISD Teacher of the Year, champions Robert Kolar, was presented with the annual KENS 5 Excel Award as the top teacher in the district. Kolar, who teaches AP English and is the student council sponsor, was awarded $2,000 from Credit Human during a celebration with his wife and students in attendance. In March, Kolar was awarded $10,000 from Vic Vaughn Toyota of Boerne as the BISD Teacher of the Year. The segment will air on KENS 5 on September 3rd. Champion Chargers volleyball coach Kelly McDaniel earned her 100th career victory during last week's Piper tournament, with the Chargers taking 2nd place on the weekend. McDaniel is in her 2nd season as the Chargers coach. The champion and Boerne volleyball teams opened up district play this week. In the next few weeks, BISD students will serve as guest hosts for the Boerne Beat as we continue the tradition of excellence with delivering the biggest news across the district. Stay tuned to watch our talented students such as Kennedy and others to host the Beat on camera. We're looking forward to it. Those are the top stories from around Boerne ISD this week. Thank you for watching. Have a great Labor Day weekend.
It has been just awesome to watch and to be from this town and just for us to all be together, you know, and cheer them on. I mean, they put Boerne on the map. If no one knew who Boerne was before, they know now.
It's been huge, and I don't think they truly realize the impact of it. The shirts, the hats, the colors, just seeing everyone come together has been so special. It's been so great. We are fairly new to Boerne, but we had heard how much of a tight-knit community it was before we moved here, and it just has been so solidified with just seeing this, how everyone's coming together, and we just have such a small town feel near such a big city, so that's been super cool, and just the excitement is unreal. The screaming, the yelling for all of the, hits and outs and things like that has been super cool.
All these people here and everyone that came to support, it's just crazy.
I'm Hank Hendricks.
I'm Hudson Hendricks.
I'm Brandon Bays, and I'm a class of 2025.
I'm Ben Bays, class of 2026.
We love football growing up. We've been around it our whole life. And we played together, we played against each other, whatever we could do to compete.
We were always our number one competitors. It was always me versus him. He was the one I was trying to beat, always.
For sure.
When I'm on the field, he's always on the sideline. He's yelling my name, hyping me up, and it just gives me energy, gets me feeling confident, and that means a lot to me. So.
Yeah, right now I'm injured, so when I'm just on the sideline, I'm just trying to bring energy to him, and then hoping that I get back on the field. That it'd just be really cool, to experience us. I feel like we have the chemistry and the bonding. It's just really cool, be on the same field as each other, in practices and stuff. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's super special. We like to do everything together, so getting to play football with each other is just icing on the cake. Knowing he's by my side when we go to war is pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, same thing. The car rides up here in morning practice, when you don't want to wake up, when you don't want to get the energy going, you just know the guy next to you is going through the same thing, so don't feel sorry for yourself and be a true leader.
It's nice to have him on the team because we've known each other for a long time, and I can mess around with him and slap him on the back of the helmet and, play around with him, block him, pancake him, all that, all the above. So,
yeah, I mean, for me personally, I think it's huge because we have that chemistry that you have to build by living together for so long, and that comes with pros and cons. But we're so close with each other, we kind of know what we're thinking on the field, and ultimately it just benefits us, and it's a huge impact on our team having two brothers. Because I feel like we can set an example of how brothers treat each other.
You guys. That's that guy right there. It doesn't look like it, but that's him.
Definitely
look like he eats a bunch of food.
I agree with him.
I eat a lot.
We eat tons of food.
We eat a lot. But it's probably definitely him. Last night, I ate 2 Chick-fil-A sandwiches. He had to up me by 1. He ate 3 Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
What can I say? I'm a hungry boy. What can I say?
He does.
I eat the most.
That's him. Him again. No, that's me. I got better grades than he does.
Oh, that's an obvious one. This guy is not locked in.
Yes, I am.
He has room for improvement for sure.
He does.
Oh, that's definitely me. He's on PC.
Oh my gosh, don't even lie. Don't even lie to them. Oh my goodness.
He's actually capping.
Oh my goodness.
He does PC.
We 1v1'd, he got 10-0'd, I swear.
Dear parents and fans,
on the court or on the field, it gets very intense.
And at the end of the game, we remain humble in victory and gracious in defeat.
We need you to help us in respecting sportsmanship and competition.
Please do not engage in disrespectful conduct,
including verbal abuse of opponents, officials, or coaches.
Whether in social media or in the stands.
Please remember the value and purpose of education-based athletics.
On behalf of Boerne ISD Athletics,
We ask everyone to assist us in benching bad behavior.
And that you are a positive role model, supportive parent, and responsible fan.
Your behavior has an impact. Eyes and ears of students are watching and learning from you.
Thank you for supporting Boerne ISD athletics.
At Boerne ISD, safety and security is our top priority. Let's review our safety and security protocols.
Hold in your room or area. Clear the halls.
Students, clear the hallways and remain in your room or in the area until the all clear is announced. Do business as usual.
Adults, close and lock the door. Account for students and adults. Do business as usual.
Secure, get inside, lock outside doors.
Students, return to the inside of building. Do business as usual.
Adults, bring everyone indoors, lock outside doors, increase situational awareness, account for the students and adults, do business as usual.
Lock down. Locks, lights, out of sight. Students, move away from sight. Maintain silence. Do not open the door. Adults, recover students from the hallways if possible. Lock the classroom door. Turn out the lights. Move away from sight. Maintain silence. Do not open the door. Prepare to evacuate or defend.
Evacuate. Students, leave stuff behind if required to do so. If possible, bring your phone. Follow instructions. Adults, lead students to the evacuation location. Account for students and adults. Notify if there are missing, extra, or injured students or adults.
Shelter. Hazard and safety strategy.
Students, use the appropriate safety strategy for the hazard. Adults, lead the safety strategy. Account for students and the adults. Notify if there are any missing, extra, or injured students or adults. In the event of an emergency, the only official messaging will be from law enforcement partners or Boerne ISD.
Stay safe, Boerne ISD.
Fantastic job, ladies. And now, presenting your pride of the key to the hills, the award-winning Mighty Boerne Greyhound Band. The band, under the direction of Mr. John L. Person and Mr. Alec Randall. Color guard directors are Mrs. Anna Oliver and Miss Autumn Gomez. The Greyhound Band is conducted by drum makers Regan Hubbard, Madeline Gerbs, Leviticus Lorenzo. Color guard captains are Kendall Craig, Eliana Arispe, and Caitlin Kleinbeaver. Band members of the week are Paige Stool and Angel Waters. Guard member of the week is Viviana Borland. Section of the week is the Tubas. This evening, the Boerne High School Color Guard and Band will perform a portion of their UIL marching show entitled Neon Hearts. Director of Athletics, Mr. Stan Leach, and Boerne ISD Superintendent, Dr. Kristen Trout. And finally, to all the incredible Boerne Greyhound fans and families, go Greyhound! And don't forget, visit the band shack over there on the visitor section. The line's getting pretty long, but we'll be able to satisfy all of your halftime cravings. Visit the Boerne Band Shack over there on the visitor side. Thank you.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Boerne Beat, sponsored by the Boerne Star. Here are the top stories from around Boerne ISD this week. Boerne ISD students had the best week of their young lives. Boerne Little League finished the season placing 4th in the world at the 2024 Little League World Series. Boerne fell in the U.S. Championship game to Florida before coming up a run short in the third-place game against Venezuela. The boys were welcomed home in grand fashion with a police escort from the airport, then a parade and celebration at Main Plaza with thousands of community members cheering them on in the rain. It was truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience for the team and the community. A Boerne ISD teacher was honored with a new award. The 2024 BISD Teacher of the Year, champions Robert Kolar, was presented with the annual KENS 5 Excel Award as the top teacher in the district. Kolar, who teaches AP English and is the student council sponsor, was awarded $2,000 from Credit Human during a celebration with his wife and students in attendance. In March, Kolar was awarded $10,000 from Vic Vaughn Toyota of Boerne as the BISD Teacher of the Year. The segment will air on KENS 5 on September 3rd. Champion Chargers volleyball coach Kelly McDaniel earned her 100th career victory during last week's Piper tournament, with the Chargers taking second place on the weekend. McDaniel is in her second season as the Chargers coach. The champion and Boerne volleyball teams opened up district play this week. In the next few weeks, BISD students will serve as guest hosts for the Boerne Beat as we continue the tradition of excellence with delivering the biggest news across the district. Stay tuned to watch our talented students such as Kennedy and others to host the Beat on camera. We're looking forward to it. Those are the top stories from around Boerne ISD this week. Thank you for watching. Have a great Labor Day weekend.
Guess I won't be making my famous burgers.
Text everyone to cancel. The Rivera say it's not even raining at their house.
Aren't they like 2 blocks away? It is coming down out here.
It really is.
That was cheese.
Yes, it was.
Keep walking, Marge.
I bet this is a microstorm.
What's a microstorm?
I don't actually know.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Boerne be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's Pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota Boerne.
Remember, if you see something, say something.
At Boerne ISD, safety and security is our top priority. Let's review our safety and security protocols.
Hold in your room or area. Clear the halls.
Students, clear the hallways and remain in your room or in the area until the all clear is announced. Do business as usual.
Adults, close and lock the door. Account for students and adults. Do business as usual.
Secure, get inside, lock outside doors.
Students, return to the inside of building. Do business as usual.
Adults, bring everyone indoors, lock outside doors, increase situational awareness, account for the students and adults, do business as usual.
Lock down. Locks, lights, out of sight. Students, move away from sight. Maintain silence. Do not open the door. Adults, recover students from the hallways if possible. Lock the classroom door. Turn out the lights. Move away from sight. Maintain silence. Do not open the door. Prepare to evacuate or defend.
Evacuate. Students, leave stuff behind if required to do so. If possible, bring your phone. Follow instructions. Adults, lead students to the evacuation location. Account for students and adults. Notify if there are missing, extra, or injured students or adults.
Shelter, hazard and safety strategy.
Students, use the appropriate safety strategy for the hazard. Adults, lead the safety strategy. Account for students and the adults. Notify if there are any missing, extra, or injured students or adults. In the event of an emergency, the only official messaging will be from law enforcement partners or Boerne ISD.
Stay safe, Boerne ISD.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Boerne be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's Pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota Boerne.
Boerne Greyhounds will be kicking off with Laredo receiving.
Several big plays, and I think we might have had some technical difficulties. So Kerry, as Colt Lozano, who made several big plays here in the first half of this week's GVTC Thursday night kickoff, as he brings the opening kick of the second half to right around the 30-yard line, depending on the spot. Maybe, well, there's a penalty, so that'll determine where the ball's going to be landed. But your thoughts here on the first half?
Well, I thought Boerne had a great start, go up 14-0. Score on their first two drives, and then after that they kind of struggled a little bit. Had a turnover that was costly in that late in that second quarter that would have given them a bigger lead. And Laredo United they showed their big play ability, hit that 75-yard score, and got back in the game.
First play is a screen, that Boerne defense converging quickly. Rolando San Miguel getting his first reception of the night. 2nd and 7 after the 3-yard gain. The Longhorns starting to drive at their own 12. 21-7. Go ahead, Kerry.
Well, I was going to say, good job by San Miguel holding on, because he took a pretty good pop there. He kind of got spun around, but he held on to the ball.
Quarterback for the Longhorns is Luis Solis. Back to pass, now evading pressure, takes off toward us. Runs out of bounds and then runs into the Boerne Greyhounds.
Yeah, he got
sideline.
He got a little love tap there.
The best thing about the Greyhounds is he's just standing in place. He's like, I didn't do anything. I'm just standing here, and he came toward me. And you get a little contact out of it at the same time. A little, hey, how you doing on the other end?
Just saying hello.
So it's good for a United first down. Hopefully you were with us in the first half as Solis under pressure taken down, a sack for Blake Burkholder, his third of the season after collecting 2 in the season opening loss at Piper last Thursday. But just to finish my thought from a little while ago, Kerry, I was going to say hopefully you were with us in the first half, because you would have noticed that in the second part of that second quarter, United started to build some momentum. As a matter of fact, down 21-7, they were threatening to make it a 1-touchdown game. Pass, sideline caught takes a big hit, but holding on for his second catch of the half and the second catch of the night is Rolando San Miguel.
Yeah, Matthew Levino, good shot. I think Boerne jumped. They'll decline that and just take the play. But another flag came out further downfield at the 36. So there's the flag down at the line of scrimmage, and then now this one. So I don't know if it's the same call or.
Nice touch for Solis, getting that one there before the contact came.
And Solis, he's made some good throws. He's made some right reads. You know, he's ran when he's had to. He's very smart back there. Made some good plays, good decisions with the ball.
Solis, a senior. This a United team that's coming off the regional semis a year ago. 10-3 overall record.
They beat Taft, they beat San Benito, and then they got beat up by Westlake 59-14. But Westlake does that to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And they are favored to win the district this year, 30-6A. 30-6A. They are favored to win that one.
To start this year, they beat Warren 14-6. So a good win against the Warriors program that traditionally is among the toughest in that district comprised of Northside ISD schools.
Okay, this is taking a long
time
to figure out.
Yeah, that district for Warren comprised of mostly Northside ISD schools with the exception of Clark and Brandeis. Here's the official call.
Okay.
So decline. What we knew all along, they just make it official.
Yeah, I remember when Del Rio was part of that Northside district.
Del Rio was in it, and then for years it was the Northside and Northside ISD schools alone.
Right.
And then for a while they made it a district that had two divisions within the district.
Because
Remember that?
It got so big, every game would have been a district game. From first game to last game in the regular season, so they tried to break it up, but now they took some of those Northside schools, put them in the Northeast District, Clark and Brandeis, I believe.
So following all of that, 1st and 10 at the 36. Solis airing it out, corner just over the outstretched fingertips. Again, they were looking for Rolando San Miguel, so busy. No catches in the first half carry, already 2 and a third target there.
Yeah, but look at this. He's wide open. He just didn't hit him. Look at him. He got behind it. He's 5 yards behind the defender. If Solis hits him in stride, that's probably 6. It's at least a foot race, and it's a good gain at minimum.
Interesting how just a couple of hiccups there have cost United, because you lump that in with the interception late in the second quarter is the Greyhounds signaling that that's going to be on United.
Boerne jumped, but did the guy cross the line of scrimmage, whoever it was that jumped, and did that cause the Laredo United player to move? Is he in the neutral zone, or did he just stay on his side? Let's see what they decide, and hope it's not another 5-minute discussion. So they're saying the Boerne defender did not cross the line, or if he did, he got back, and then the Laredo player moved.
So backed up to the 31.
5-yard penalty pushes the Laredo team back to their own 31, second down.
Makes it 2nd and 15. Solis, shotgun. Per usual. Trips to his right. Lone receiver to our side. Another marker.
I think my jinx came, I think it had a late effect.
It kind of did. You delayed it a little bit.
Yes.
It kind of came back at you and it said, you know what, Kerry? Instead of showing my face in the form of the typical commentator jinx where someone says, oh, he hasn't missed a free throw all night long, and then the next free throw's missed.
It was delayed.
Instead of that happening, the jinx saying, you know what, I'm going to make it worse. I'm not going to give you a penalty right off the bat. I'm going to give you several after halftime to make it seem worse because now the game's slowing down.
And not only that, but we're going to have these long discussions to decide what the right call is.
First quarter moved at a very brisk pace. The Boerne offense having a lot to do with that, keeping the ball and keeping the clock running, airing it out here. Incomplete. There's another marker.
Yep, it's going to be a penalty.
Intended for Alec Levin.
Intended for number 83, Ali.
Well, I think where they're going to get the call is that Perez didn't turn around.
Yep, Edison in coverage. There's a call. Another look.
A little bit of contact, but he just never really turned around. I think that was the main culprit there.
That'll give Laredo a first down from roughly the 41.
You could have actually gotten him there on a couple of infractions, right? Because he's using his body to shield the defender, or to shield the offensive player, I should say, from making a play on the ball. Screen pass, ooh, dangerous, but complete. There at the moment of completion, Logan Lewis, but the ball whizzing past Logan. Not much in terms of yardage, but we do have a Greyhound down on the field.
Yeah, we had 3 penalties in a row there. Boom, boom, boom.
Ty Bush. Timeout.
All thanks to you.
I know. I get blamed for pretty much everything, so I'm used to it. It rained on the Little League parade. Well, that was my fault, so. How about that Boerne Little League team? Second in the nation. Had a big parade. 5,000 people showed up, and I've never seen 10 and 12-year-olds sign autographs, but they did for an hour. That was pretty crazy.
Second in the nation, 4th in the world.
Yeah.
And a fantastic run up through Williamsport is now making his way off the field. That's a good sign. He's walking off on his own power. It's C.J. Smith, the junior defensive back. Now favoring a little bit as he's making his way off, but a good sign that he is able to walk off, and all the best for C.J.
But you know what I like is that Coach Hendricks, he goes out there when his guys go down. He goes out to check on them, and I like that because they're going to battle for him,
right.
And they're going to war, and there's a lot of injuries in football. Unfortunately, that's just part of the game. He goes to check on his guys.
A look at Coach Shea Hendricks as CJ makes his way off the field. Coach Hendricks in his 7th season here at Boerne, 14th year as a head coach overall. Over the middle goes Solis, incomplete, too high. Again looking for Alec Levin. In his 6 seasons and 1 game of 2024, Shea Hendricks a 60-15 record here with the Greyhounds. 60-15.
Well, when you go 15-0 to start a year, that's a lot of wins and not a lot of losses, known losses, and so that win percentage is pretty high.
To Kerry's point, the Greyhounds just 2 years ago advancing to the state final 4A, getting all the way to that championship game in Arlington. Another pass over the middle, another pass over the head of the intended target. This one intended for Colt Lozano. And so, yeah, this team is just 2 years removed from that. We're talking about the Boerne Greyhounds, obviously. And a lot of the guys, several of the guys on that team are still here. Hudson Hendricks was a sophomore then, one of the senior leaders.
Schramm, Bays.
The quarterback
Jackson,
from that team is still on that team, although he's not playing quarterback. That's how deep they are here at Boerne.
And I say Bays, Jackson Bays, and Braden Bays also was on that team.
Right, Jackson Bays now the quarterback, then the safety now, as sophomore Hank Hendricks has the reins now as a team signal caller, and you're going to see him take the field as the Greyhounds come on offense for the first time nearly 3 minutes into the second half.
Well, I want to give a quick shout out to Russell Hawkins and Ann Hawkins. They're watching. They texted me, let me know they're watching the game. So hello to Russell and Ann Hawkins.
Russell and Ann, thanks you so much for tuning in. Nice to know that we have some great viewers across not only the Hill Country here on GVTC TV channel 16, but also streaming on the GVTC YouTube channel. And so not only is it streaming live, but it'll be stored. You can catch it later. So if, say, you're catching it on YouTube now, either remotely or here at the stadium, wherever you may be, you can catch it later. A pass from the backfield didn't work. They were going down the center of the field looking for Brooks Bettis on the end around. Will Traylor with the pass attempt. And following the incompletion, 2nd and 10. A little trickeration there on the first play from scrimmage.
I like that. I like that play because, you know, that gives a defense that's scouting this team. That gives them something they have to worry about. You know, they say, well, okay, this guy can throw the ball, so we always have to know where he's at and what he's doing.
Hendricks shotgun looking right. He's got 3 receivers to that side. Now has to get rid of it as he rolled to get out of trouble. Applying the pressure for that United defense, C.J. Cantu, a senior defensive end.
Quarterback number 3, Hank Henderson, is rushed out of the pocket, throws incomplete.
And the Boerne offense that really didn't face any 3rd and longs through that first quarter and a half.
3rd and 10, Boerne.
Now with that I can remember a second 3rd and long since late in the second quarter. As they face this one, 3rd and 10 from their own 30 on their opening possession of the second half. Hendricks shotgun again, trips to his right, puts Bettis in motion, now in the slot. Snap, looking right, pass, complete to Bettis beyond the first down marker. Greyhounds going to move the chains.
Brooks Perez with a pass. Ivan Perez with a nice block there in the backfield. He's the back. They brought in pressure from that one side and that left side. Ivan Perez picks up that block and he buys time for Hendricks to throw the ball.
Ball now at the 42. Hendricks again, shotgun. Twins to his left. Hands, Bettis. If you're wondering, if you joined us late and you're wondering, hey, where's Adam Hicks? Well, he suffered an injury in the second quarter. We haven't seen him since. Correct, Kerry? I have not seen him on the field since.
And I'm looking for him around the bench area. I'm not seeing him.
Wanted to verify because wanted to make sure that I know he hasn't gotten the ball since then, but wanted to verify that he wasn't on the field in some way, shape, or form, and I just kind of missed him in a formation. Bettis again barreling toward another first down. He might have gotten it. I think depending on the initial spot, he did, moving the chains. So Bettis busy here on back-to-back carries. They're now in United territory at the 48. New set of downs. Hendricks again twins to his left. Same formation as 2 plays ago. He goes that way. Pass complete. Garrison, senior receiver, in the slot. Gain of 3.
Second down, 7. Correction, 8.
We'll call it second and a long 7. The ball kind of in that no man's land between the 45 and the 46 of the Longhorns. Hendricks twins to each side. Goes to his left. Again, it's Harrison. Harrison to complete and then fighting for more yardage. Several Longhorn defenders there for the stop. Moy Montemayor among them.
By number 12, Matthew Garrison. Tackle made by number 24.
Just a quick release by Hendricks on this throw. You see he just looks really quick, makes the throw. He sees that he's got it. There's a little bit of gap there on Harrison. They weren't up tight on him, so he sees he has a little bit of space there and makes that quick throw.
3rd and 4. Bettis. He kind of did a quick little 2-step behind the line, seeing he could maybe get out from trouble. Saw no lane But that Longhorn defense doing a nice job of converging once he hit the line, so it brings up 4th and 2 and the Boerne offense still out there.
Yeah, they're going for it.
Hendricks shotgun. Single receivers to each side, seeing if they can make Laredo jump. United did not. Play clock at 15, 13, and counting. There's a snap. 4th and 2. Airing it out. Yeah. Penalty markers. They were looking for Brooks Bettis.
It's raining yellow flags right now. I think every official saw that one. Side judge, the back judge, they all threw hankies. There's 3 flags right at the 30. That was an easy call.
Going against the Longhorns, so first down for the Greyhounds.
And Brooks, he didn't even try to catch the ball. He just kind of said, watch him. He's just
waiting
kind of
for
like,
the flag.
hey,
He's like, where is it?
Where is it? Look, hey, come on.
He's like, where's the flag? I'm not talking about the ball.
Yeah.
Where's the flag? Up to the 30. Hendricks, quick throw. Harrison on this side. Across the 30.
Still going.
Still on his feet across the 20. Still on his feet across the 15. Matthew Garrison breaking some tackles. Looked a couple of times like the play was over. And Garrison telling us all, you got to play till the whistle blows.
Yeah, right there, just managed to stay on his feet. Keeps going.
1st and 10 at the 18. Hendricks, again, patience, penalty marker, so no play.
Boerne, I believe.
False start on Boerne. I'll push him back.
It is a false start on the Greyhounds. Coach Shea Hendricks, overall record 90 and 59. And this is 14th season as a head coach. United wants some offense. They're going to get it. Want some movement on the offense, I should say. They get it now.
Another penalty mark on the play.
Greyhounds going backwards. They were at the 18. They're going to be back to the 28. 2 5-yard infractions there.
False start on Boerne, which tacks on another 5 yards. First down and 20.
So with that, a 1st and 20 at the 28-yard line. Talked a little while ago about how the Greyhounds had faced 3rd and longs for the first time over the last couple of possessions. Now a 1st and long in a 21-7 ball game. They're taking more time off the clock. We're under 4.5 to go in quarter number 3. Handoff up the middle. Several United defenders there. The ball carrier, Jeff Morrison.
Carry made by number 25.
Jeff, a junior running back. Listed 3rd on the depth chart at that tailback spot, but again with Adam Hicks out of the lineup because of what appeared to be a lower foot injury. Don't want to necessarily say it was an ankle. Don't know. I'm not a doctor. But because of whatever the injury might have been, has not returned since that second quarter. Hendricks firing. Incomplete. Looking for Eli Nicholas. And then behind him was Matthew Garrison. Neither able to haul it in.
That was a pretty hard shot by Hendricks on that throw. He kind of...
Yeah, he peppered that one.
Yeah, he sure did.
3rd and 15. They're at the Longhorn 19.
Field goal range, maybe, if you don't get it.
Hendricks, hands to Ivan Perez. Not much there. Draw play, trying to catch maybe that United defense napping a little bit. At the same time, maybe something to get him toward center hash for a field goal attempt. Diego Jimenez, the kicker, coming on, as is Hudson Hendricks, the holder. This will be a 35-yard field goal attempt. Snap, hold, kick, blocked.
Blocked, wow.
So in some way, shape, or form, this Longhorn team refuses to go away, Kerry. You know, they were down 21-0. Then the Greyhounds had the ball marching here, looking to make it a 28-7 ball game. But there are the Greyhounds within a score of making this a one-score ball game.
Yeah, and you know what really hurts?
The Longhorns.
Yeah, the Longhorns. Yeah, what really hurts the Greyhounds is they held the ball for over 6 minutes. They started the drive at 9:09. It's at 3:03, so they took 6:06 off the clock and come up empty.
Solis, handoff, big hit up the middle. Guess who?
He's mad that they blocked the ball. That blocked the field goal.
Yeah. Hudson a little angry that he's going back out there with no more points on the board. The linebacker, senior, headed to Arkansas.
Well, a couple missed opportunities for the Boerne offense. A fumble in the first half, and then that time a blocked field goal.
Twins to each side for Luis Solis. Senior quarterback, intercepted. Crossed the 25 and the 20. A catch and some room in front before he's finally brought down. Nice pick by Jake Bettis. He's been on several plays. I believe that's his second pick of the game. Didn't he get the pick right before the first half ended? Wasn't that Jake?
Let me look, but there is a flag that comes out on the play, so not sure what. Yeah, Jake Perez, yep, he had the pick right before the half.
So every indication to this point is that the penalty was post-possession.
Yeah, I think it was on the return. So it'll back him up, but that's okay because you got the ball. Not that you want the penalty, but you take the possession, obviously.
So Bettis, 2 picks tonight. Both very, very timely. Now, I say that interceptions are always big, always costly from the offensive perspective, right? But if you look at his 2 picks, one came late in the second half when United was threatening to make this
they were driving
a one-score game. It was 21-7. It's still 21-7 as Hendrick hands. Not much there on 1st and 10 for the Greyhounds. Bettis, the ball carrier, his brother Ivan. This one comes as United was in its own territory trying to get something going, and so the Greyhounds with another opportunity, thanks to that Jake Bettis pick, to make this a 3-touchdown game.
They've kept it at that 2-possession lead, but they have not been able to chip. They've just turned them away, but they have not been able to chip into it and make it a 1-possession game.
Under 2 minutes, Hendricks looking to his right, pumps, then goes. Garrison, pick right back. Across the 25. Darryl Doyle saying, thank you very much, I'll take that. And the Longhorns now back in business, and again, Kerry refusing to die.
Yeah, they keep turning the Greyhounds away. Block field goal. That time an interception. Then a fumble late in that second quarter, so.
First down.
But these are things both teams you got to work. You work on. You get ready for a district. That's what really matters, is kind of straighten all this stuff out in non-district, figuring things out.
So United takes over at its own 25-yard line. It's essentially like they got a touchback. Senior quarterback Solis has 2 receivers to each side, although he puts Aiden Ochoa in motion, comes right, screen set up and some room. Hudson Hendricks saying, you may have room in front of you, but I'm going to get you from behind. A big play. Victor Reyes celebrating, and rightfully so. But that could have been a lot worse for that Greyhound defense if not for the effort by Hendricks.
Yeah, and Hendricks tried to strip it right there. Watch him just kind of punch at that ball, man. He took it. He punched that ball. He hurt that ball on the thing on that punch.
Yeah, Hudson Hendricks just physical. Just a physical young man. Also on the baseball and basketball teams here for Boerne High. Although with that ride to Arkansas, I'm wondering if maybe that is maybe he won't play basketball. I know he's the first baseman on the baseball team, was last year.
Yeah, and he can catch. He plays third base. I mean, he plays all over. There's a lot of actually baseball guys, you know, here playing. Walker Hill is one of them.
2nd and 10 at midfield for United. Solis over the middle. Pass complete. Nice toss, nice catch on the other end of that one's Alec Levin. Another first down for United inside the Boerne 40.
And again, Hudson Hendricks makes a hard physical tackle, but Longhorns able to move the ball here.
At the 37. Twins to each side. Solis going over the middle. Make that the left. Pass complete. United's going to have first and goal at right around the 3. Thanks to Alec Levin, who's been very busy on this possession and the previous one as well.
Yeah, and he turns around, so he finds the ball before the defender does. Makes a nice catch. And Levin was leading receiver from last season. 1,052 yards, 7 touchdowns.
Game clock's at 3-2. They get a snap off. Solis, touchdown. It's 21-13 with a point after to come.
Touchdown, Laredo on the quarterback keeper by number 9, Jack.
Well, to borrow that old Spurs mantra, you keep pounding that rock, eventually good things happen for you. United's refused to go away. They stayed in this game, and they're going to head into the fourth quarter down by just 1 score. Extra point, 21-14 as we go to the final period. Put those 4s up. Got a good one here on the GVTC Thursday night kickoff. Boerne 21, Laredo United 14. We're back with the 4th right after this. Fourth quarter here on the Thursday night kickoff on the GVTC TV. Second Thursday of the high school football season, 2024 just underway. And as a legendary high school football coach in Dubuque, Iowa, Joe Dalzell would say, you play until the final horn blows, Kerry Barboza. And the United Longhorns have done just that, and they find themselves down 21-14 in a game that, frankly, Boerne, outside of a couple of mistakes, has dominated. I think it's fair to say that. There's no looking at it another way. The Greyhounds have been the better team tonight in terms of time of possession, in terms of big plays, in terms of consistent defensive play. But here we are. They got the ball up just by 7.
Yep, they just haven't been able to finish some drives. The blocked field goal, the fumble, the interception right there, just not able to finish the way they would like.
As the Boerne offense comes onto the field, I want to let you know, come run, stroll, or walk with family and friends at the 2nd annual GVTC Foundation 5K at Nibby Ranch. Tell you more about the 5K following this snap. Or following this penalty, as it turns out. United saying Boerne moved. The Greyhounds naturally saying, no, it's on you, Longhorns. We'll see what the officials decipher. as they do, finish telling you about the second annual GVTC Foundation 5K at Nibby Ranch. This year's theme is game day, so come dressed in your favorite high school, college, or professional team gear and help cheer on our community. Youth organizations with the highest participation could win $1,000 toward their needs. Log on to gvtc.com now to register for this October 5th 5K run. Again, October 5th the date for the GVTC Foundation 5K at Nibby Ranch. Offsides, a call on the Longhorns, so 1st and 5 for the Greyhounds. Ball at the 30. Hendricks takes a snap. Handoff. Ivan Perez fighting his way toward the line of scrimmage. Don't think he got there.
I don't think he did. I think he's going to lose at least one. But good stop by the Longhorns defense. And think about it, that quarter, and we talked about some of the miscues by the Greyhounds, but that quarter, Greyhounds did not score. That's the only quarter they haven't scored in. They've been stuck at 21 since the first half.
2nd and 7 at the 28. Hendricks rolling right. Dart complete. It's a low ball where only Brooks Pettis could get it. Either Brooks catches that or it's incomplete.
And he was staring him down the whole time. But he makes a nice throw, and like you said, good catch.
And Brooks was not open. There in defense was Darryl Doyle, so a fantastic throw. Here's Ivan Pettis. Up the middle for another Greyhound first down. Into United territory, this Greyhound offense in a hurry. Ball at the 47. Pettis again, workhorse in the second half. Falls near the line of scrimmage. I think he's exactly there, so 2nd and 10.
I think Greyhound's just trying to find something, just kind of some kind of rhythm, some kind of momentum. Maybe the hurry up will kind of get him in some sort of flow. Let's see.
Was effective in the first half. Scored on their first 2 possessions. Scored again in the second quarter. Penalty markers as Hendricks let that one fly toward the sideline. It was Brooks Pettis who held it in, but we'll see what the result is. It won't count because of the whistles.
Yeah, I think the Greyhounds jumped, but let's see. There was some motion there, and I think that kind of is what they're calling. Yeah, and that's what it is. So they're going to back him up 5.
False start on Boerne, 5-yard penalty. Will be 2nd down.
And just when they kind of get some rhythm going right, they hit a couple big plays, they back up 5.
2nd and 15 at their own 48. Hendricks looking left, goes that way. Big collision and an incomplete. Intended for Walker Hill. Rolando San Miguel there with the hit. Looked like helmet to helmet in live action, Kerry.
Yeah, that was close. I wondered if they were going to throw a flag. Good thing Hill's okay. That's good. He popped up.
Here it is. Here's another look. Yeah, that's face mask on face mask. Now, in saying that, I want to make very clear, I don't think Rolando San Miguel is going for a dirty hit. It's the nature of the game. But it's a rule. Hendricks coming to our side, forced out of bounds at right around midfield on 3rd and 15. Well short of the first down, and here comes the Boerne punting unit.
Number 3, Hank Hendricks.
Well, Laredo United, they've kind of bent and swayed, but they're still playing tough. They've kept Greyhounds off the board since the early in the second quarter. Boerne scored with.
They made it 21-7, right? Their 3rd touchdown, because it was 14-0 when United scored.
I had about 21-0.
It was a 21-0 game then.
That was the Hendricks to Hendricks. So he scored with 4:28, and
so
then it was 21-0, and then United scored, hit that big play, 2-play touchdown.
Boerne ISD is proud to announce its core values that connect to the vision of success for all BISD members, encompassing students, staff, families, and the broader community. To learn more about BISD's core values, please visit BoerneISD.net/care. Again, BoerneISD.net/care. for those Boerne ISD core values. Back to pass Solis toward the sideline, incomplete. Looking for Colt Lozano, very busy in the first half. Haven't heard his name much here in the second. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Colt's an old warhorse, man.
You know what's interesting, Kerry, is in you reminding me that it was a 21-0 game at one point. Had you told me when it was 21-0, which way is this game going to end up? Is it going to be one of those games that ends up 38-3 Boerne? Or is it going to be 21-14 in the fourth? As Solis again airs it out again deep. Incomplete. Just through the arms, but a penalty marker as Colt Lozano was looking to capture that pass. So as they sort this out, just finishing that thought, Kerry, I would have said of those two options, either 21-14 or say 38-3, 42-3, I would have said 38-3 is more likely to happen. Nope, here we are. United has the ball down just 7 with a penalty aiding their field position here, courtesy of pass interference. A first down coming at their own 37-yard line.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, that's a tough call.
I didn't see it, but we don't always have the best view.
Our wonderful guys in the control area, always doing a fantastic job. Great vantage points, on instant replays. Trips to the left. Solis in trouble. Not gonna escape. In the menace. Blake Burkholder's been an absolute menace in the backfield.
That's a huge sack. That's going to back him up about 9 or 10 yards that time. You see there's two guys blocking him. He's dragging the blockers with him to make the tackle.
And that not only a big play because of the momentum, but also 2nd and 23 at the 29. 9:15 to go in the ball game. Deep again, Solis. Is this the Laredo United Longhorns, the 1970s Oakland Raiders? Every single play is vertical.
Well, they've had some success with that.
They have.
And you know, that was the thing that Coach Hendricks told me is they'll throw it all over the field. They're not just going to throw it to one side or just so many yards. They're gonna spray it all over, deep, short, sideline, up across the middle. They're a true spread offense.
So the unfortunate thing from their vantage point is because of that and the high risk, potentially low percentage completion attempts or pass attempts, is it's now 3rd and 18. Interception. Huge play by that Boerne defense. Credit Bobby Jet Wilkinson, junior defensive back. Here's Solis, another look. He was trying to get cute, Kerry. He was trying to make something happen, trying to see if they could complete it. It would have been well short of the first down. But hey, it's the way it goes, and the same drive that leads you to make big plays, sometimes those plays go the other way.
Well, let's see if Bobby Jet can launch the Greyhound offense here.
Nice, Kerry. I like that.
Jet launch.
He can power them to victory. On 1st and 10, Ivan Bettis near the 40. Team meeting for Laredo United at the ball carrier. Whistles mean 2nd and 10, still at the 40. Well, we've been here before where a big Boerne play has led you to believe, okay, that's it. Change in momentum. Time for Boerne to put this thing away. Hasn't happened yet. Can the Greyhounds make good on this attempt? Deep. Hendricks looking for Bettis. Incomplete.
Just a tad underthrown. If he throws it a little bit deeper, it probably would have been pass interference if Perez doesn't catch it, but because it was short.
Alfred Adu-Mensah
Passing complete.
in coverage. Number 1 back there for United.
Yeah, saying he has him beat. He throws just a little bit short, so he just kind of not able to get it. Almost a shoestring tackle, a great one, but.
And what's interesting, Kerry, is I'm wondering here if United, to a certain extent, is just going with its best athletes in a game this close. I'll tell you why after this next snap. Hendricks, always looking downfield as he tries to get out of trouble. What a catch! First down for the Greyhounds. Hauling it in, kind of a look what I found, was Eli Nicholas. Took a second to gather it in, and then falls forward.
Yeah, he just threw that in traffic. Very fortunate that Nicholas comes up with that.
New set of downs here at the 25. Crushing play for that United defense. Give is to Jeff Morrison. So the reason I was saying United's just going with its best athletes is one of the young men in coverage moments ago was number 1, Alfred A.J. Adu-Mensah. He's listed as a receiver. He's not on the depth chart, at least not as a starter for these Longhorns. But they've got him out during the crucial moments, and I think it's one of those, hey, best effort, best talent, get him on the field in this type of a game. 2nd and 10, 25, Hendricks. Handoff. Nice hole again, the give to Jeff Morrison. Jeff going to be spotted down at the 16. 2nd and 1. 3rd and 1.
Good run. Gets hit, just kind of ankle tackled, falls forward, but gets the first down to the 15.
Actually, 3rd and 1. Another hand. Morrison again. This time he's got the first down.
And Laredo brought everybody, and he gets by them all and got a Laredo player hurt.
Mateo Gomez down for the Longhorns.
One of the Boerne players helping.
He's stretching him out.
He's stretching him out. Talk about sportsmanship.
Brady Cole, number 23, saying, "Here, man, I got you." Or was that Hudson who would come out?
I don't know.
I could have swore I saw 23, but he's listed as a linebacker. Doesn't mean he can't play offense, or doesn't mean he wouldn't be in there.
One of them was stretching him out.
But he's saying, "Hey, you got a cramp? Let me help you out with that cramp." That's pretty cool. I don't know if I'd seen that before in a high school football game. Actually, any level of football. I don't know if I've seen the opposing players saying, "Hey, let me get that. Is it a calf? What is it? Let me stretch it out for you. Is it a hammy? Let me help you out." Gotta love high school football. Great sportsmanship here exhibited by the Boerne Greyhounds, because at the end of the day, as much as you want to beat the guy in front of you, you don't want him hurt or injured. Mutual healthy respect should always be the case. Clock under 6:30. Big opportunity for these Greyhounds. 1st and 10 at the 11. Jeff Morrison been busy on this drive. Gets the call again there.
Yep. And that time they bring in Hut Hendricks. He's in there 22. And last time he was in there, he scored. That time they sent him out as a blocker. But remember, he scored that one touchdown. So he's capable of catching it or running it.
In that fullback spot with his brother in shotgun formation hand. Morrison again. Morrison across the 5 to the 5, I should say. That's what the Greyhounds will have 3rd and go as the clock now goes under 6 minutes in a game they lead 21-14.
And it just seems like one score here would just kind of make a big difference and go a long way for the Greyhounds. Right now they're kind of riding the hot hand. Morrison's hot right now. He's had a couple big runs, so keep feeding the horse there.
Timeout. United.
Timeout, Laredo.
That's their first timeout. So 2 remaining.
They were kind of getting pushed around a little bit on that couple of sequences there. And catch your breath here, take a timeout.
So to reset a little bit, Boerne came out looking like they were going to dismantle the Longhorns, scored on their first possession of the game, drove 75 yards, took nearly half the quarter to do it. Then scored on their second possession of the game, very similar fashion, make it 14-0. When sophomore quarterback Hank Hendricks connected with his brother, Hudson Hendricks, who stars at linebacker and is headed to Arkansas for these Greyhounds, but plays fullback, in the second quarter, that made it 21-0. Since then, United has managed to stay in this game, scored the next 2 touchdowns. So here we are, 5:36 to go, 3rd and 4 at the 5. Hendricks, corner. Touchdown, Boerne. Eli Nicholas went up, gathered it, came down with it, and the Greyhounds have a 27-14 lead.
They fake the handoff to Morris there, then just throw it. He's got 2 guys in the area able to jump up. Looks like the foot got in.
Fantastic concentration there by Eli. Extra point flags as the kicker Diego Jimenez boots it through. Your favorite part of the game, Kerry, officials sorting things out. It's on United, but the whistles came before the kick, so they'll have to do it again. Even though Diego Jimenez put it through. Ball spotted, going to be held at the 8. Jimenez is true. 28-14, 5:30 remaining, but if we've learned anything about these Laredo United Longhorns, they do not go away. We're back after this on the GVTC Thursday night kickoff. Boerne in a good spot, looking to bring their first win of 2024 home.
Guess I won't be making my famous burgers.
Text everyone to cancel. The Rivera say it's not even raining at their house.
Aren't they like 2 blocks away? It is coming down out here.
It really is.
That was cheese.
Yes, it was.
Keep walking, Marge.
I bet this is a microstorm.
What's a microstorm?
I don't actually know.
Boerne ISD Stadium, the stage tonight. Second GVTC Thursday night kickoff. We opened the 2024 season last Thursday with a Smithson Valley 45-0 win against Roosevelt over at Comalander Stadium just off of 281 in North San Antonio. Tonight, the Greyhounds treating us to a 28-14 lead over a very game Laredo United squad with 5:30 still remaining. The kick, a short one, takes a bounce, got to field it. They do. Still on his feet, and then a big hit. But a smart play by Ethan Estrada before Jeremy Ostrander, senior defensive back playing special teams, came over and gave him a lick.
That ball almost got him recovered by they were hustling down there.
Yeah, thanks to that Greyhound hustle, that play closer than it should have been because it took a bounce. It wasn't like it was on the turf forever. But after that one bounce, you look up and you're saying to yourself, Boerne has a chance to get this. But the Longhorns able to field it, and now they start first and 10 at the 26. Time now as big an issue as a score. 5:25 and counting. In trouble, Solis dragged down by Braden Bays. 6 total tackles a weekend ago, 1 for loss. This would count as a tackle for loss, a sack for Braden. Senior defensive end who also plays some at tight ends.
Between Bays and the Burkholder, they've been in that backfield quite a bit, causing nightmares for the quarterback.
Well, interesting for United here, the clock continues to run, so it's under 4:45 now. Obviously, it's going to run after a sack like that, but not much urgency as they were looking to the sideline, looking to get that next play in. Passes high but hauled in. Crossed to 30 and forced out of bounds. Nice play on the sideline there by Matthew Lovano, sophomore defensive back. Garcia Perez with the catch for 5. And following the reception for number 88, it's 3rd and 5. Big down for United. 4:30, the clock stopped because the ball went out of bounds. Longhorns down by 2 scores. Solis going to run for the first down. Slid right beforehand. Hendricks, there's the flag.
Yeah, that one's kind of tough because he's running and
yeah. I think we said it last week in a game that we did together when Champion was taking on United South. Saw a similar play. Quarterback slid. Defensive player kind of launched himself. But it's such a bang-bang moment. And these days, with the way that athletes run and they kind of fake like they're going to go down or they fake like something's going to happen and then they fooled you, you never know what's coming. And so that's a really tough play, but they're going to get Hudson Hendricks there.
Well, and when the defensive player launches, a lot of times the guy is still in the air. You know, the guy's still running.
He's still running.
Yeah.
He hasn't given up yet.
Right, and then he slides, and then by then the defender has no.
Here's another look.
Yeah, he has no real way to stop his momentum.
So Solis goes down there. Yeah, Hendricks is already coming at him. You can see Hendricks right when that happens. He knows it. He's like, come on, bang, bang play. You're going to get me for this. But he at the same time, he knows what the rule is. He has certain appreciation. Screen pass. They had it set up. But set up on the other end for the Greyhounds is Ryan Hooper. Senior linebacker with the big stop.
Hooper. Remember from Jaws? Hooper.
Hooper. Hooper. About Clint.
Yeah, that was
one of a kind character.
Yeah, that was great penetration by the three-man front, and then Hooper there not letting that screen pass go anywhere.
We're under 3:40, 2nd and 12 at their own 48. Solis looking right, goes that way, complete. Colt Lozano, I believe that's an 82. Yep, Lozano hauling it in. First down. So the clock stops momentarily. Starts again at 3:30.
Solis took a pretty good pop that time, but he finds Colt. They've not been able to corral Colt tonight at all.
They're at the 39. Solis turning it upfield and forced out of bounds. Smart play.
Yep. Good to get out of bounds for Laredo United. Stop the clock.
Gain of 2. And the Longhorns 37 yards away from making this one really interesting again.
Saves them a timeout too by not taking on the defender or sliding. He ran out of bounds. Saves that time, one of the timeouts.
As I say what I'm about to say, I get that there's a reason I am not a coach. But a little bit of armchair quarterback in here, wondering if they'd hurried a little bit more, how much more time would be on the clock as they threaten here to make this a one-touchdown game. Solis takes off. Then get to the first down marker down at the 34. It's going to be about 5 yards shy.
Laredo's number 10, Jorge Luna, keeps the ball and stopped by.
So 3rd and 5 as the clock now goes under 2:45 again. United, if this is their version of the hurry-up offense, it's not that quick. They still look to the sideline, airing it out. Corner, complete.
Wow.
Rolando San Miguel has made a couple of big plays for the Longhorns, makes another one there.
Watch them go up and get the ball. He just goes up and gets it, comes down inbounds, and 1st and goal. It reminds me of Lynn Swan. Lynn Swan would beat you to the ball. He'd go up and get it.
Clock stopped at 2:33 as they move the chains. Now running again. 1st and goal at the 6. And again, looking at that sideline, well, I suppose they're thinking if they got 2 of their timeouts remaining. If they score, it's onside kick time, so same difference in that regard. Boerne wants to talk.
So how big was that last score by the Greyhounds that gave them a 2-touchdown lead? I mean, if they don't score there, they're playing for a tie right here.
Got to give the Longhorns a whole lot of credit tonight. Several times in which they kind of folded the tent, said, all right, came up here, gave it a good run. Let's get on that bus. We got a 3-hour ride home. We got school tomorrow. Good effort early in the season.
Yeah,
it's pre-district. It doesn't really matter. Instead, they got off the mat when they were down 21-0, have continued to fight through several Boerne high big plays, and here they are with 2:19 remaining in the ball game, threatening to make this a 1-touchdown game again.
Yeah, it's going to be a long night for them. They're not getting back to Laredo probably till past midnight at this point. And they're a good team. You know, they're picked to win that district that they're in. They're 3 rounds deep last year. It's a good test for the Greyhounds and the type of game you want in non-district to kind of get you ready for some tough district games that lay ahead.
Back in action, Solis, flat, incomplete.
Well, good job by the defender not blowing up the receiver because that would have been a penalty.
Looking for Victor Reyes.
Victor Reyes, covered by Boerne's number 33, Hudson Bruce. Incomplete.
Bruce does a good job not hitting the receiver and drawing a penalty on that one.
2nd and goal at the 6. 2:15 to go. Solis shotgun, twins to each side, make that twins to the near side, 1 receiver to the far side. Oh, he didn't want to do this. Timeout.
Well, play clock got down to 2.
David Sanchez, yes, absolutely. But, David Sanchez did not want to use a timeout there.
He'd rather save it. But
he's down to 1 now.
Yep.
Booster Club would like to thank the following 2024 Purple Level corporate sponsors.
There's no 2-minute warning
Crestmont Private
in high school.
Pitcher, Vascular Associates.
So with 2:15 to go, let's play this out. Actually, they've got no timeouts. That was their last one. The scoreboard showing no timeouts. I don't remember them taking off 3.
It went from 2 to 0, so I don't know what's right.
There we go. They put the 1 back on there. They got a timeout left. So let's play this out, Kerry. Let's say that United scores and they score in the next 2 plays. So they'll get they'll 2 minutes to go and they're down by a touchdown. With only 1 timeout left, you no doubt they do the onside kick, right?
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
Okay. Solis. Shotgun. Keeps. In trouble. Now coming to his right. Has to throw it away.
Well, Bays, Burkholder in there. Ryan Opelski in there causing problems for the quarterback for Solis, making him throw it. Really just kind of had to throw it away, waste it down. That's what you want.
Started with the pressure by Blake Burkholder, who's already got a sack tonight, had 2 last week. He forced Solis to the other end of the field, where Solis just ended up throwing it away. 3rd and goal at the 6. Up the middle, Solis has a crease, and he's got a touchdown. 28-20, 2 minutes still to go, and United has an extra point to come.
Laredo's number 10.
Well, and that's something he hasn't done a whole lot tonight. He's done it a few times, but that time decides to tuck and run. Greyhounds defending the pass, kind of leave him open underneath.
So exactly 2 minutes on the clock and on for an extra point that would make this 28-21. Snap, hold, kick. It's 28-21.
Laredo's number 36,
Luis Ortega, the honors. We're going to go to break. what should be an exciting conclusion to this one on the way next, right here on the GVTC Thursday night kickoff. Boerne 28-21.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Boerne be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's Pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota Boerne.
As we welcome you back here to the Boerne ISD Stadium in a very, very close game. Thursday night kickoff week 2 as we're in the second week of the high school football season. Got a fun one here between United. There's the onside kick. It's still loose, rolling at the 25. Woo! Now I think Boerne
has it.
Did recover it.
They're still scrumming for it there, but I think Boerne had it. Perez looks like maybe. Dylan?
Official signaling Greyhound football.
It looks like Brooks was under there somewhere. Brooks lost his helmet.
I saw an official signal Greyhound football, but they're still talking for some reason. Okay, here we go. Another look. Fantastic job, guys. Always on the spot with these replays.
See, I think he's down. I think Brooks has it.
Yeah, that's pretty conclusive.
And then I think some Laredo's player came in and kind of knocked it loose, and then the play continued, but I thought he was dead when he landed on it. And somebody's down.
We've got a Boerne Greyhound on. It's Brooks Bettis.
Yeah, I think
taking some punishment there at the bottom of that pile.
Yep, lost the helmet, and I think he's the one that recovered it. But that was a really good onside kick.
Fantastic.
Kicked it beyond where the coverage was. It's kind of a wide open play there. Just kind of a loose ball there.
You often hear the term outkick this coverage on a punt. He outkicked this coverage on an onside kick. That doesn't happen very often.
What's going to hurt Laredo United is they only have one timeout. That's what's going to hurt him. He's got to come out. He wanted to go in the huddle, but they made him come out. That's the competitor in him wanting to stay in.
Ball at the 24 of the Greyhounds. That's where they start with 1st and 10. So expect a lot of the ground game for the Greyhounds. We've seen plenty of that here in this fourth quarter penalty marker.
Penalty on the play.
Who are they going to get?
See what the call is here. It's on the Greyhounds, so Boerne going backward.
False start.
Laredo United flinched, and they drew some of the linemen offsides there. I don't really think that distance is going to matter because you don't really need a first down. They can stop at one time, but after that they can't. So just got to stay in bounds.
1st and 15. Handoff up the middle.
Just hold on for life.
As you'd expect. That is Ivan Bettis, who's gotten the bulk of the carries since Alex Hicks went out. No timeout for United. They're going to save it, I think, until this possession gets later. The play clock now at 24, so Boerne doesn't have to snap it again until it gets to right around 112 for the game clock.
It should be 2nd down. The scoreboard's got 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got 3rd down. They've advanced. It is 2nd down and 7. 1:18 and counting. 4 on the play clock. There's the snap. Near first down yardage, Jeff Morrison. He's seen his number called several times in his fourth quarter.
And he got it, and that's going to do it.
First down, and that's going to be the ball game.
That'll do it. There's no way Laredo United could stop it one time, but after that.
Boerne Greyhounds on their way to their first victory of 2024 following a tough 38-36 loss at a very good Piper team last weekend up at Piper. Victory formation for the Greyhounds. There's the snap. Clock goes under 28. And that should do it. Fantastic work by the folks at Wick Productions. Always on the spot, always on top of everything. Wick Productions bringing you the broadcast here on the GVTC Thursday night kickoff. And no one makes Wick Productions go more than their executive producer, Emily Wick. You know, Kerry, we're talking about a little while ago, United out-kicking its coverage on an onside kick. Well, the co-founder of Wick Productions, Bo Wick,
yep.
I think it's safe to say he outkicked this coverage when he somehow got Emily Wick to marry him. For Bo, for Emily, for all the folks who do outstanding work for and on behalf of Wick Productions, want to get to some final thoughts from you, Kerry, on a ball game that Boerne holds on to win 28-21 against Laredo United.
Well, you're not going to get a lot of style points for the Greyhounds tonight, but you know what? A win is a win, and you take it. It started out great. They kind of had some problems there in the middle, holding on to the ball, finishing drives, but they were able to get the win. That's the big thing. You get the win. It was not pretty, but I'll take an ugly win any day.
1-1 are the Boerne Greyhounds as they continue non-district play next weekend before things really get tough in district in a very tough 5A district that's making the move up from 4A. For Kerry Barbosa, it's been fun, my guy. A lot of fun doing these games with you. I'm Hector Ledesma. We say good night, and until next week right here on the GVTC Thursday night kickoff, have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you next Thursday.